TC from Willow Run Acres, and also Willow and Ypsi 4-H Club. Okay, we have an indoor program where we teach gardening year-round. We don't take no days off for that program. We teach about how to grow winter herbs, how to grow and hibernate bulbs such as tulips, daffodils, and paperwhites. And that is from October all the way up until February. Then we have a program where we start the potato program. That's in February, and that lasts from February all the way up into June. And we grow at least 5,000 to 6,000 potatoes, and we give those out to the kids. And that program itself is a potato program where we go into the schools, and the kids themselves get to plant their own potato and take ownership of their own potato by learning about the history of the potatoes, the starch facts, the sugar facts, the history of where it came from Peru. They even get to learn about the poisonous potato plants. That is, like I said, from February to June. Then we start our summer programs from May all the way up until August 31st. Let me see. We also teach about how to make soap with the different herbs that we have, such as lavender, rosemary, lemon balm. We also recycle paper and teach kids how to make seed tape, seed bombs out of recycled paper or construction paper. And we give those out. And let me see, what else do we do? We mainly focus and teach where our food comes from, what does food taste like, so that way the kids can try new different tastes of food. We also let them know about the Underground Railroad, which is most important because that's a historical thing that the kids need to know. And then we also teach kids from 6.5 all the way up. The produce that we grow, the kids themselves or adults, they grow it and then they get to keep it themselves, and we give it out to homeless people, people in need, senior citizens. It's most important that we try and help them because a lot of people don't have access to fresh food and fresh choices. Being in Ypsi, it's a food desert, and there's not a lot of farming in Ypsi anymore. So I'm just trying to help share and help give some knowledge and just try and bridge some of the gap and retool as much as we can. And if we don't know it, we're going to find someone else to help us know it, so that way we can better ourselves to learn something new. We're not professionals. We're just learning as we go. This is the Underground Railroad. This is the plantation crop here, where the slaves were on the plantation and they could not leave. So these was the ones that they would have to give to the plantation's owner's wife to adorn their clothes or adorn their hats. So we got the hollyhocks, we got black-eyed Susan, we got the sedum, and we got the dahlias. We don't have all of it because a lot of it was stolen from the garden last year, but we have the morning glories. This is one of the secrets that a lot of people didn't know, that the slaves did not, well, a lot of people did know that they did not know how to read, but they used the morning glories, the 4 o'clocks, and the moonflowers as time, so that way they knew how to escape. And we got 7 different varieties of peppers growing in this one here. We got ghost pepper, glen reaper, white jalapeno. We have, let's see what else we got. We got chili peppers and cherry peppers over here. We got a Georgia peach tree that was donated to us. We got our ginger growing right here. On this one we have math garden. This is the asparagus where the kids learn how to count backwards. All other plants, they count forward, but we use the asparagus to count backwards so they can subtract 764 days to harvest. We have more peppers and leeks and onions growing in this bed. From that bucket, straight all the way down, we have 19 different varieties of potatoes growing. This is part of our potato program, that we teach kids how to grow potatoes, where potatoes come from, the colors of potatoes, the history of potatoes. We've been doing the potato program for 12 years now. Here we have cucumbers and lemongrass growing at the same time. So when we use our lemongrass, we make lemongrass tea for the lemongrass, or we make lemongrass powder. And for the cucumbers, we do cucumber smoothies, and we make cucumber soap out of the cucumbers with the cucumber and the lemongrass. Now, this is our lettuce bed where we grow all the lettuce, and we overgrow it, and we want it to grow to seed. So we teach the kids how to grow lettuce from seed, because a lot of kids never seen lettuce have seeds. So we save all the seeds and we give those out to the kids. Look very closely. We have turmeric growing right here from India. So we got turmeric growing here. It's like the ginger. So we got two different tropical items growing. We got brown cherry growing over here. We got basil to put in. This bed I had to clear out because there's baby bunnies that's growing, living right here. We have our carrots that we're gonna turn to seed for next year. We have beets there that we're gonna turn into seeds. We got strawberries here. Two different varieties of strawberries. We have everberry and we have Juneberries. We just harvest our onions over there. Those onions are different than these onions. These are Egyptian walking onions. So these are heirloom onions. These are heritage onions that are winter onions, so they're good and they won't die in the wintertime compared to those onions over there. Those will die in the winter. So these are hardy Egyptian walking onions. Those onions are a part of the Underground Railroad also. Yep. We have white onions in here. We have bunching onions in here. All these are going to be seed for next year. Here's a potato seed if you want to take a look at it. This is a true potato seed at the top. So this will turn into a true potato seed compared to the ones that's at the bottom. This is part of the Underground Railroad. This is red raspberry leaf. It does have raspberries on it, but most of the kids haven't eaten those. But we take the leaves and we use those for, we give those out to pregnant women. So that way they can use those for helping with labor pains and other things that happen during pregnancy. So this is a good herb. We got chives here. We are already done our third harvest of chives. We got chives here. We got oregano here. We got sage. That's parsley over there. That's big tall one right here. Then all this turn to seed. Right here. And if you look closely down here, we leave the blackberries on here because we want those to turn to seed. So we save these seeds so we grow our own raspberries for next year. These are tiny. There's like 100 seeds in this one raspberry. This is it for this garden here. These are the pineapples that we started back in late October, early November. So we had 100, so this is all we have left. So we got these donated from a local grocery store, and we just clean out the bottoms, put it in the dirt, and just let it grow for about 2 weeks, and then we change the dirt and put it into another type of dirt. So there's two different types of dirt. One, we put it into just straight sand, so that way it won't get fungus on it. So when we water it, the water just goes straight through the sand, and it won't obtain. Let me see if I can find it. This is potting soil. The difference between potting soil and sand, that this has perlite in it, and if you put anything in it, such as a pineapple, it can get fungus on it. So we keep that separate. So when we start to crown, we put that in sand, so when the water goes through it, it won't attract any virus or any germs or bacteria. And then after 2 weeks, we transfer that, once it gets roots, into potting soil. That's what we know when it has no virus or any germs on it. We have house plants here. We have dragon fruit here, teaching the kids how to grow dragon fruit. We got 3 of those here. We have 2 at another location. Now, The way I say it, I don't want no one to be offended, okay? But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 varieties of wandering Jew plants. That is the name of the plants. So I know it's a touchy word, but that's the name of the plant. We have a tiny one that's here that's going dormant. We also have scented geranium here. We have Michigan prickly pear. This is normally grown on western Michigan, but we have this here, and we have about 12 of them at Willow Acres in our location. We have a fig here that's dormant. We also have bamboo that's getting ready to go dormant. And we have Asian spinach that's going dormant. So when they all go dormant, dormancy lasts for about 3 months. And then I say October, they come out of dormancy. And then they pick right back up. We got over 10,000 seeds from around the world. We have 14 varieties of roses that we make rose powder out of. And we make rose pepper, rose water, or rose paper. We have different lavenders. We got 9 different varieties of lavender, and these are our seeds from around the world. We also grow our own rosemary and save that for paper, and then this is for soap.